Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of City's Skyline here in Foolstown. Guys, we got so many things to talk about today, and last episode we kind of did some huge expansions. We really expanded the downtown area. I kind of found out after I kind of recorded that I had the collisions turned on, so all the trees I placed down in the new buildings got placed inside the buildings. Don't worry, I've now since fixed that. The buildings are now tree free. There's proper eco buildings they were. Today we're going to be building the airport. I've been talking about it for so long. Last episode we got rid of the last airport, well, passenger airport in the city. And we're going to build our own. I've got a few modular pieces so we can kind of create it ourselves. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so don't expect it to be amazing. I'm going to try my best. But I've kind of found out something, and I feel so freaking foolish. Number for the longest time, your boy's been saying, oh, we've got that glitch, that issue that we don't get any money from public transport. Remember that, guys? Remember that? Yeah. I don't know who it was, but I seen a comment. Someone says it's because I've enabled free public transport on match days. So turn that off. So basically, when there was a match on, that's why I was making no money from public transport. Dear God, I thought the city was crashing and burning. Well, it is kind of crashing and burning. 1,300 weekly change when it comes to the population. Are people dying left, right, and center right now? Yeah, there is quite a few more deaths than births. Quite a few more deaths than births right now. Oh dear. Okay, hopefully that's... we're basically going for a death wave. Only a small one. Not too bad. But we'll see what happens. Okay, then, so I want to build the airport today. And I want to build it over here. Meaning we're going to do quite a lot of terraforming, because it's quite a big drop down. And we want it to kind of go into the sea a little bit. Gotta make sure whatever we build out into the sea doesn't... Oh, this is my airport stuff as well. Ooh, spooky dooky. I won't show you just yet, guys. But, where is it? There we go. So I've got to make sure whatever we kind of build out doesn't interrupt the kind of line, the travel line there for the boats and stuff. We're all parked up, ready to go. I'm going to smoothen down this mountain too, so we get a little bit more free space to work with. So it should be fun. It's going to be connected, obviously, by this highway that comes up and these roads here. So that'll kind of, we'll do something there. We'll probably have the road bend up and go round at some point, so we need to make sure we got room for that as well. So this is going to be quite fun to build this airport. I'm really, really excited. Now, before we start then, guys, we're probably going to cause some tsunamis by the landscaping we're going to do. But I just want to quickly mention, I did mention about moving this farm last episode, and I think I will do it. Let me know if you want to do it on camera or off camera, because we will be building a brand new industry from scratch for it, and this will be all the kind of rich area, meaning I probably will be moving this airport to over a bit over there. It makes more sense. But I've been thinking about getting like a highway to run over here, because we have no highways up here at all. And this one here, as you can see, comes down and it cuts through. You either come down here onto there, or come down, cut through, go through here. It's got good linkage to pretty much all the highway network. So I think what we're going to do is, because it's really good like linkage to like the docks and the kind of stuff like that. So what we'll do is kind of eventually bend this up around and then go up to here. But again, that is all for future stuff. Now, guys, we need to sort this out then. So I think first things first, we're going to buy this plot of land up here. I'll buy both of them so I can start terraforming them. And by terraforming it, I mean smoothing down this huge hill. And we are going to cause some tsunamis today, just for the fact that we are trying to reclaim some land from the sea. So this is huge. This is a huge mountain. You don't realize how big this mountain is until you put your maximum brush size on it and realize that is still not big enough. Okay, that is huge. Right, what we'll do, we'll try and we'll chop an edge off it. Right, so bring it down a bit more. We'll take it from here. So we chop this edge off there. There we go. And then smoothen that, hopefully. Yeah. it's a huge one, isn't it? It's a lot of terraforming we've got to do. But we really got to smoothen all this out and take it. I mean, I could have flattened the whole thing. Couldn't I, really? Okay, before we work with all that then, let's actually think about this. So, bring the brush size down. Now, these here are a certain level. And quite frankly, they're probably at the perfect level for us for what would considerably be the airport. But this is going to cause a little tsunami wave. So this is going to happen. And we need to kind of bring all this land down here. Not to this level, but as close to this level as possible. Because I kind of want the runway to stick out a little bit, if that makes sense. So we can go up to pretty much here. So if I say just above my train line icon, let's go there. I don't want to go past that. So, okay, my train icon's now gone. Oh, we can see the boat going past. So if I bring that up to there. Okay, I don't want to go past that point when it comes to landscaping this area right now. Ooh, this is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun, but we're also going to see a lot of tsunamis happen right now. So we're pretty much at that level. It's a decent level, isn't it, for the water. We'll fast forward then to kind of get this push through. It's going to cause some flooding maybe. But let's see if we can now flatten as much as possible this. So we're just taking that huge mountain out right now. That is not great, is it? We're smoothing it off anyway. Can I pause and smoothen? I think it's easier to pause and smoothen, isn't it? Yeah. Right, it's kind of this area that is the kind of worst off one now. If I kind of bring that back a bit. Because it's such a huge steep here. That we kind of need to do something about this. So, let's put it back into play mode then. We are fast forwarding. And we'll take, again, this level. And then we'll semi-push this level around here to reclaim some land. There we go. So he's going to push around to that bay up there. That's the kind of edge of the... Oh, I didn't realise that's the edge of the map there. We'll make sure it's not... No issues for that there. Perfect. So, back to the terraforming then. And this is going to be so good. So freaking good. And we've got to smooth this out right now. So this will kind of be the big wall barrier that will kind of overlook the airport in this area. And we'll have like the runways going up and down there. We're going to make this a better shape. And then like the building here. But again, we've got to make sure it's as... not as flat as possible, but you know, as flat as possible. So just keep pushing it back. There we go. Push it down. Right, it's quite a steep incline, and this is where the smoothing tool needs to come into play. So we take the edge off it. We're creating like a big crater. That's almost like what we're doing, right? It's creating that big crater right now. And with that, again, smoothie, we can get it all sorted. So, I'm gonna give it a few minutes now. I'll try and smoothen this out as much as possible. We'll let time pass until the water has disappeared. And once I've got a good shape, we'll then start building our beautiful airports. Guys, this is going to be amazing. So I feel like we're now semi-getting somewhere. I've kind of managed to put a key around all the edges. And the water is settled. It took me so long. It flooded the docks quite a bit when I did all this. But I feel like it's slightly settled. There might be a little bit here and there, like a little bit of water there and whatnot. But I think we're semi got the green light to go. The water's still all wavy and all stuff like that, because it's only just kind of like pulled itself back. But it will soon settle and we should be all good. But the main thing is, I think we're pretty much good to go. So, I want to show you some of the airport mod stuff that I have then. So, oh, I realised something else as well. We do have an airport in. The original one is still in here. I forgot about that. Anyway, right. So we have like the general stuff. And then we get to this point here. Where we have our first little modular kind of terminal thing here. So it's a modular terminal. You can't really see it. But it's where planes can kind of dock up, if that makes sense. Or is it the actual terminal? No, that is I'm not sure what it's called now. I can't remember. We got this kind of airport here. We can place down modular, which I'm not going to place that down because I've already kind of got one up. We've got these here, which are plane stands. There's a single plane stand. We have a triple plane stand. We have this modular airport, which this is the one I'm going to be using, which looks just like the normal big boy one, which is this. The only difference is that one doesn't have a runway. And that's because we get to place the runway down ourselves with these little runway paths. Oh, the water's flowing over again. We came so close, but yet so far. We get to build our little own runways anyway, like this, like as you can see. And then we got like little taxiways going to it. We can do all that kind of good stuff. So we can actually design our very own airport. So that's only there for the moment. So we're going to think about where we want to place this down and how we're going to have the approach for the vehicles. So I could have it almost like against here or a little bit further up, but it's how the road is going to approach to it. I suppose I build the airport, then we build the roads to it. It's kind of the best idea for us. So where are we going to have this then? So I can pretty much have this wherever I wanted it to be, but if I can try, I don't know whether to go for 1 or 2. If I went for 2, then I can create like a really big U shape, couldn't I? It has 2 subway stops as well. So I can't build on water apparently. Let me just kind of place that one there for now. And then rotate this one. Right. It says the slope is too steep, but we should be able to squeeze that in. And then... okay, it's only... I don't think I can get away with building 2. If I did, this is going to have to be pushed back and be flat a lot more. So why don't we attempt it? So there's no gradient changes just there. But we're back to our... there? Okay, there's the actual... let me get rid of this. There is the actual line. So if I push this back... then we'll smoothen it out more anyway. And let's see if we can now place this down. So, trying my best to ultimately create this U shape. So that's flat. We can stick something in the middle there to kind of make up for it being like that. But 2 airports creates this, you know, quite cool looking building shape almost. So that goes straight across. And then, oh, can we have to, no, slightly. There we go. That should be fine. So now I'm going to try and figure out and try and get the bend on this. Which I don't know if I will. I don't know whether I'll have like a road come in and then come off. So we'll come back to that a little bit later. So back to the airport stuff then. Should we do the runways first? I feel like we should. Now we're going to have the runways kind of diagonal. I might do 2. 2, yeah, 2 probably be the best option. No, we can not have them diagonal. Let me try and get this kind of straight. So if I brought this down and then up, I want to get it kind of going straight against the buildings. So if I get one runway like this, like that, and it goes in that direction. Now runway, oh, I don't want it to go in that direction. I want it to take off into the water. That would be the best option. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Take off in the water, land from the the kind of mountain there, which I will flatten down and make it a lot smoother. But then again, that approach is not too bad, and I do kind of like the cliff hanging over. We'll just make it more of a, you know, perfected cliff. And then we'll have another runway alongside of it. Because you do have a lot of airports. I mean, big international airports have 4 runways. So would that be too much to get? Oh, I could have 2 going that way as well. See, this is where I now kind of have to think about my designs. If I pulled that back a bit, but like that is still quite a large runway. And then, but then we'll have to have them kind of semi-diagonal. Like, if I had 2 going that way, and 2 going this way. Right. I gotta make an executive decision at some point. So let me get this road back up then. So let's say I go up to here, and that comes out to there, and then we do that, and then we kind of base it off that diagonal line there. Right, so, and we'll start it here. So there to there. Now, is that too close for the runway? I have a feeling it could be. That could be too close, so we'll kind of push that one back a little bit. Alright, there's the... Okay, we'll go to here. There we go. That's 2 runways in there. We've got to do the taxiways and stuff like that as well. So I can now get rid of all this road. There we go. So 2 that way. And then we'll get... Oh, that's just creating a crossroad, isn't it? That is creating a crossroad, and that's not what we want. I feel like just having the original 2 is probably the best option for us. So I know this is like going a lot of back and forth right now, but I'll figure this out. So I've now done some form of a basic layout, including the 2 runways and the taxiways. It's a little bit difficult because when we do it, these taxiways here, they've got to be in a one-way kind of route. So I've played around with kind of some designs of it, and hopefully it's for the best. I don't know if it's going to be, but let's bring this up and pull it straight up to there, whereas that one cannot connect there. Right, let me delete this, because we're now getting somewhere. We're not actually getting somewhere. Believe it or not, we're actually getting somewhere. Right, okay, so if that one goes like this, if I can... I'm going to have to kind of switch a lot of things around right now. So if we flip that back, that goes that way. So you can come down here, into there, and then go back out and up. Right, sweet, sweet. It's all over the place, but I'm hoping it turns out for the best. I'm hoping it turns out for the best. You just never know. You just actually never know. And we'll just get one more in over here. Nah, we won't. Actually, no, we won't get one over there. We'll see how it goes, because obviously if it doesn't work, and then obviously we know why. We physically know why. We still have this one to do, which I can't get anything coming off that anyway. So I think I'll just leave that one as it is. And hopefully all the other ones work. Oh no, I'm on the wrong road. Hold on. It's this one. So does this come off? This actually does come off. Like that. Okay, we'll do diagonal on this, just because. I don't know if they go the opposite ways. Again, I just don't know. It's just, it feels weird. It kind of does feel weird. But we have the option to do plane stands. Now, these plane stands need to connect to a roadside. Okay, you have the large terminal as well. We got modular stuff as well, which we place next to a roadside. What else have we got here? We've got those as well. Okay, let's see. Let me go for the industrial road, because we can kind of treat this as like a service road, so to speak. So we would want to get this kind of connected around somewhere to treat it as if it had planes on it, like a plane stand. And a cool idea would be, if we connected it to here, how far can I move this along? Okay, we'll bring that to there. I've got an idea. I don't know how well this is going to turn out, but how big are these? They're not that big. So we'll place, let's go for one there. Okay, they can't be directly next to each other. Now we do have some smaller ones as well. Those can be next to each other. And how does that look? So we could treat these as like, you know when you land at an airport and you kind of always see somewhere on the other side of the runway where all the private jets are, for like the rich and famous kind of thing, that don't fully have hangars and stuff like that. And that's kind of where we are with this. So we're just gonna simply connect it all up, and I think we'll connect it all up like this. And that would go down to there. Or do we have it go around? Yeah, I feel like I need to flip it around the opposite way. So if they do go to take off, at least they come to the start of the runway up here. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. So they'll come around to here. And if I flip that round there, that should be good. That should be good. We will see. We will absolutely see. But it does require us to have this road. Now, this road, we're going to have to do some cool things with it. So I kind of do like an outskirt first to begin with. And then what we will do is place down bends and stuff on it anyway. So bring that to there. And do we have it going alongside this as well? I feel like we should. So let's kind of do this. So we'll kind of get this going at a diagonal. Right, let's try and get it split through the middle. We'll do all the nice little bends and stuff on soon anyway. And bring that in. Okay. So that's going to go around the outskirts there. It's quite a big airport, isn't it? It's looking really, really good. I'm kind of like a big fan already. Granted, there's still a lot of stuff we need to place down. I need like a bunch of other modular stuff as well, like, you know, hangars and like decorations and stuff like that. Kind of like how we did with the dock area. How we did with that as well. So I need a bunch of that stuff. Okay, let's get the bends on these roads set up then. So let's just go around deleting all the corner chunks. I can't do all of it to begin with because some of it relies on other corners. So we'll do what we can first. There we go. So now that one's done there. I delete this. So it wiggles around just nicely. We get rid of this one. So just wiggles around all nice. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Keep them around the outskirts. Let's set this one up now. There's a little one here, which we can actually do. Let's get rid of the collision there so it goes through it. Sweet. And then this little corner piece here as well. Alright, pull it back on there so we don't get any issues. Okay. So that's kind of the base of its setup. Let's just give it the water that it's going to require over there. These two buildings will require water as well. And let's just kind of quickly hook this up to a water supply. So they've got water anyway. I don't know if they all need power. Do these need power? Yeah, they need power too. Okay. So let's get this set up then. Like the kind of bend we're going to have around this. So we'll go with... We'll keep this one for now. And pretty much... So from here to there is 15. So we go up additional 15 on either side. There we go. And then the bend there is on this road. So that is, if I stuck this out to there, that is 14 by 14. So I'm creating 14 by 14. And that bend there is that bend there. So 40, oh, I went 15, guys. I went 15. So 14, boom, 14 there. Nice. Right, okay, so let's get this now bent round. Get rid of you, and you. And that is now the same bend and curve we have up there. This is going great. This is going absolutely magical right now. Boom. Right, perfect, guys. Perfect. So, now we got that set up then. We need to now connect these little what are they called now? Service roads. Is that the right term for it? I assume. So little service roads up like that, going up like there as well. This is cool. This is so cool. Well, I will paint later down like the painting down the surface paint as well to get like a bunch of concrete down. So we've got that in. Amazing. We just need a good connection for the highway. Now this is the thing as well, right? This is going to bend up and go around. So if we have this here, so deep and so sharp, let's reduce the brush size. Right, let's flatten it a bit. There we go. We're going to smooth it now. So we're going to smooth it here. But ultimately, what the road is going to do... And I'll smooth it over here too. Is it flooding over there? It's slightly flooding a little bit down here, isn't it? Damn, boy. So I will have to eventually go around. I mean, I don't know. I think the sea is still trying to settle. But anyway, the highway's going to come up and bend up and go around and then up into these districts and areas eventually. So we need to create a junction, an intersection, a connection coming off this. So do we have like a two-way connection point, like in and out route? It might be the best option for us, but we kind of have to figure this out. So I've got an idea. I do have an idea to do this, but it may have to rely on... Now, do I do a two-lane road, sorry, or a on-ramp? We'll go for the two-lane one first. So let's pick 2 points. So, okay, this is gonna be weird. We'll do it with these roads first. So pick this out there, and then you there. So one's going to be the inlet, one's going to be the outlet for the highway, and we want to bring them up and spin them round, and out they go, and they'll connect up to some form of connection here, so we can keep the traffic free flowing. Now this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. I'll work with this one first. So this will be okay. This will be the outlet road. So back here then, this will be the outlet road. So selecting it up to here, we page it up. Now I'll do this one next. So pretty much, bring it over by 1. There we go. Bring it down. There we go. So I want to then try and spin them round if possible. So let's go. Okay, 2 snap that way. This is either really stupid or going to be really, really cool. So that one needs to be reversed. Can you see where I'm going with this now? Can you see this? Right, we bring it up by 8. No. Oh, this is going to be such a tight turn, isn't it? Right, we're going to have to... You know, what we got here? We've got toggle road bending, yes. No snapping. Road collision. I forgot 2. Right, that actually works. That actually works. If I can replicate it here, so 2. Oh, dear God. Well, that's actually pretty cool. Now, this is going to be the interesting part now. So, bringing this up, or, well, really having the highway kind of bend round first and then we'll connect it up. Or I could do something as simple as just, you know, just generally having a roundabout. But I don't know. Right, let's just go with the highway anyway. So let's go normal road. So, okay, we'll bring it up to here, and then that's when we're going to start having it bend. So I want it to kind of then... right, so if I have a... Oh, I don't want it to go... I want it to kind of go up that way, don't I? So it comes down and bends round. I don't want to follow it around, do I? No, we'll have it... Okay, right, I got an idea. Okay, so this road pretty much comes down to here. And then we'll have, obviously, the one on the opposite side replicate and go up. And then we need to create the classic bend on this now. So we'll go with this one. Okay, it's right there. I was a bit too early. Well, that's not too shabby, is it? So that highway continues and bends up and round. And then we use those little kind of on and off ramps that we've kind of got set up there to be the way that we get in and out of the area. Now, what we could say is, because we need to kind of sort, no, we'll sort the traffic out in just a moment. Let's get these going. So, bringing this up to here. Oh, it's the wrong one. Hold on. No, is it the wrong one? Wait. 2-lane? Ah, there we go. I pressed the wrong button. I was thinking what was going on for a second there. We need to have it go down there and also go across as well. And then something similar for this one. So, right. Okay, this will be interesting then. So we'll have originally first this one go across. There. And then that's when we'll use our Anarchy to kind of bend it and go round. So let's take that off. No, actually, let me bring it over first. And then what we'll do... like that. How's that for a turn? It's not bad, is it? Go to a few improvements. That's not bad for a turn. And obviously that's leading out, so we also need one to kind of just drop down there as well. Now, something as simple as that is very, very easy to do. And that solves getting out. But what it doesn't solve is entering the airport, basically. So if I use this, put this back on, and bring it up to that point, we got to reverse it all, I understand that. Let's take that off now. So, bring it to there. And can I create... Right, let me take the... Is this the toggle node snapping? Right, if it's possible to bring this back a bit, because this is going to be such a good turn. Right, there. There. Right, this could work. Right, let me delete. And get this road connected. Now again, a few minor snapping adjustments needed, but the idea is there. So let's try... Oh, let me get rid of that. Just so it's already on stilts as we bring it over. And with the move it tool, make it a lot smoother. So bring this one, bring this one down a bit. Good stuff. That looks really, really cool, doesn't it? Let's go on and sort this little bend out here. Right. That's kind of dope, isn't it? I do like that. I do like that. So that brings the traffic in, but of course, they can go either way. So what we'll say is that Hang on, should I put like a one-way street down them? We'll do the grass. No, should we do the trees? Let's do the trees. Now, I can't get all of it to be a one-way street. But we can do our best in that. So that goes right. I want to make sure it all goes the right way around. Yep. So at least it all filters the right way. And we'll do it like this. Now granted these can go straight on. So hopefully that kind of settles the traffic, if you know what I mean. Hopefully that does settle the traffic. Now these are not powered just yet. They're not powered just yet. Oh, there's the actual vehicle. Where are you going? Exporting planted timber products. So how have you made it? Okay, you're going over there. So how have you made it over to here? How has that happened for you? I'm confused. Also, where are you going? Owner, collecting garbage. Well, garbage trucks would come over here to collect garbage anyway. But it's pretty cool to see them now make their moves over. So that's a really cool little connection. Again, guys, I've tried to stick off or keep away from the roundabouts. I mean, yeah, there's a big roundabout here. Ignore that. I'm going to make for like the highway connection. So you can see how I'm trying to evolve slightly. There was this originally, now there's this. So it's getting somewhere. It's getting somewhere. So yeah, it does need power. It's still not a fully functional airport just yet. So before we do give them power then, we kind of have to do, remember we create like all the little parking lots in the side of here? I want to do something like that. So we'll kind of go with the two-way now with the, does that go straight across? Not gonna lie, it's kind of annoying that it doesn't. But we'll get it, we'll make sure it does. So connect you up. And then we've got the industrial service road, should we say. Alright, get rid of you and you. And then we'll create that delicious bend. Right, there we go. So just having that go across there, one creates the shortcut, but also now brings in the inside section, to which we can create our little parking lots. So I need to kind of now figure out the parking lot situation. So if that was, let's say that is dead center. Right, let me work this out. This is going 63 across, so it's not amazing. Okay, 31. We'll say 31. There we go. And that is as close to the center as we're possibly going to get. So now we need car parks in. So we have a bunch of different car parks we can choose from, but let's go with the big boys first. So we'll have one there, one there, one there, and one there. Delete a little bit of this road, and we'll bring the road around it as well. So that goes that way. Boom. So what we got to try and do now, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So that creates 4 blocks, and again, what that ultimately does is, okay, it's a bit too short there, is we can then back it on and create another side, some of the other sides. So we need to go 10 across. So hopefully we can squeeze now in the opposite way. Yeah. So it creates these beautiful big multi-story car parks. Oh, okay, this is not liking what I want to do. So erode them. That should be the trick right now. There we go. Boom. Beautiful. So it creates the multi-story car parks to what you would see at an airport. We also get the, you know, the non-multi-story car parks, the long stay car parks that you would normally see as well. And we can get these going around the edges too now. So these would be these ones here, and they kind of fall short on dropping there. So 1, 2, 3, And we're going to have to do this to the other side of the road as well. So we'll kind of stop it here. And we can squeeze actually one more in, which is pretty cool. There we go. But this here is slightly broken, as you can now tell. So if we kind of create this road going up here. Now, does that connect? There we go. We've now got a more solid area to work with. Look at this. This is going to be a glorious airport. Right, we can squeeze that one in there. Slowly starting to come together, guys. Oh no, I messed up that one. Big time. Oh, messed up that one. I do have it set where the collisions are on now. Okay, let's do the road. Goes across 10 and straight down. Wrong button. Oops-a-daisy. Right, that's all in there for those car parks, which look really, really good. Very, very happy with those. And then what we'll also do now then is go to the path, the paving. And we'll get the ones with trees on, because it'll make it look a lot nicer. We'll take our little snapping off here so we can create straight connections. Right, it's as straight as you're going to get it. Oh, it looks awful, doesn't it? There we go. And we'll do on each section there the walkways from the actual airport itself and across. Nice. So there we go. Pretty standard, pretty solid. I like it. Liking it a lot. And then we will place down like all the concrete in just a moment. But now to give it a little bit of power, this is the little trick right now. We go for the solar parked the electrical ones. And we place these, as you can now see, on these edges. So it looks like it's like priority parking, if that makes sense, for whoever, or drop off and pick up points for people who are coming here. Which is pretty cool. And obviously the plus side is they produce electricity. So that's a lot there. I don't know if it's enough to produce enough electricity for all this area. I'm hoping it is. We'll keep placing some down anyway. So we'll do 2 there. And then we'll do 2 here. Should be enough. And then because we have some up here as well. Let me see what this looks like. Okay, so we could place some parking on the opposite side of the road. As if like, you know, where the service vehicles park when they're checking stuff out. And we'll do all this. We'll do a couple here. So again, hopefully that is also enough to power all of those guys there. And then we kind of have a fully functional airport, hopefully. Now, where are all these guys going? These are going to the train, the cargo train terminal, which is over here. How? Oh my god, look at the def! Look at the def right now! Oh my god. We have to ignore it for a second. How are they going to the train thingy? How is that happening? I want to know. Hang on, hold on. Oh, wait. Are they coming down here to go up to here to turn around? Is that their shortcut route? Is it for the people who are coming up here and then they're going underneath to go around because that's quicker than going straight up? Wait, they should be able to take that road. Yeah, they are. I want to know their route and what they're thinking in doing these turns. I can't believe we've got so many people have passed away, have died. I'm hoping they're just taking wrong turns because of how the road's been laid out. They were on like a certain route planned and they've gone the wrong way. They've took the wrong turn. I'm hoping that's what's happened because it makes no sense to why. Because when you have the bunch of vehicles here, we have nothing else coming down from anywhere else. That makes no sense. Right, we've got a huge death wave right now, which is causing some frame rate issues as well for me. Everybody is dying, apparently. We have 11,000 deceased. So we're going to need like a bunch of better crematoriums placed around right now. Right. Wow. Why are we experiencing such a huge influx in our little death surge, a little death wave? This doesn't make much sense, but I'm going to start placing more of these down right now. Either place more of these down, or a little trick is to go to the hearses, which is the death care. We have 10 capacity ones here. Now, what if I just 50? We can have 50 bodies in each one. And then, you know, 5 times more of what they originally could collect. And rather than placing down more buildings, just make the hearses collect more bodies at once. We'll see how that goes for just a second while we continue building this. So is there any more vehicles on the way down? No. I just think it was for the ones that were kind of stuck. They were like, you know, in a certain lane, so they had to go that way. I think that's what it may have been. That's what it may have been. We also have the ability as well. It's operating normally, which is good. We also have the ability as well to hook up subway lines to this area, because we now have technically two subway connections, which is pretty cool. But I want to get a few more extra bits and bobs and stuff in as well. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, I'm going to quickly jump onto the Steam Workshop, see if we can find any kind of props that I can place down to make this airport look, 1, more realistic, and 2, just a lot cooler before we kind of finish it up. And so I've now got a few extra little mods on the Steam Workshop. If you guys got any cool ones that I could potentially use that I haven't used just yet, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll go check them out, and we can always come back in future episodes and add to the kind of airport, kind of like how we did with the dock area originally. It's pretty cool, wasn't it? Right, so we're pretty much good to go. I've kind of found out why all these vehicles are coming here. Like, if I just pause a second, if I select this, it says it's going to the oil refining plant, which is all the way over here. But watch what it does. Let me get back to it. Where is it? Over here. Watch what it does. I've noticed this. They're all coming down here, and if anybody knows why this is happening, let me know in the comment section. I don't know if it's to do with the extra tiles I'm purchasing. Look at the load of it. It's got 100% load right now. And then it comes round about to the corner in just a second. Any moment now. And it's empty. So I don't exactly know why it's doing that. There is a Drumstick Medium car park, but I don't know why they're doing that. I don't know why. We also haven't seen any airplanes land just yet, so it'll be quite exciting to see if any of them do in the future. Anyway, okay, some of the mods that I got, well, kind of the extra stuff I got a couple of extra hangars here, which look pretty cool. We'll try and get some of these in. Now these hangars, that's not a hangar. There we go. These hangars, they need to be placed by a roadside. So do we have any small ones we can squeeze in? Did I grab any small ones? Which ones did I get? International Airport, modular, plane stand. I did download quite a few, but obviously not all of them are popped up. But there we go. So we get a couple over here then. So the only downside is these are not going to be attached to... Wait, did I see a plane? Oh my god, guys, a plane! Where's it going? Did it just abort the landing? Ooh, that was a big glitch there, wasn't it? It aborted the landing. Where's it going? It just went crash landing into the building. Right, we have a plane here. I'm not quite okay. It's got passengers. Is that now going to do what it should do? Do you know what I reckon? I reckon that was that plane there was on the way before I built all the taxiways and runways. So is this one actually going to do the job? Will it shoot now off into the sunset? This one's actually doing what I want it to do, which is perfect. I'm not quite sure what that first one did in the landing. So off it goes, yeah? Yeah. Kind of-ish. Kind of does what I wanted it to do. Okay, I'm not going to complain too much because it is something I made myself. It is off a mod. So there's another plane on the way as well, so we'll see what happens there. Yeah, so these are going to be attached to roads, which, not amazing, but then again, can I get away with something like this? If I was to go and grab the industrial road here, I can build roads through these, so we can attach them in some form. So if I was to create a little cut through here and bring that down like this. Right, is this one going to land correctly? See, this one's landing correctly. This one's not. So I think those original planes that are not landing correctly, they're just simply from... they came into the region before the runways were intact and the other stuff. So we're just going to ignore it for now. Right, can I squeeze... yeah, I can actually now get these down. So I place one there. And then do we get like a large one or a smaller one? Is this a smaller version? Not really, no. But can I get another one of these in? Now, we'll leave those two like that. How do they look? Oh, they look pretty cool. Oh, hold on. I didn't realize it did that. But it does throw me into there, which I kind of like the idea of that. So I think I'd stick with that. Now I realize it's on the opposite side where the actual hang... Do all of them do that? If I was to, like, example, place this here. Ah, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, this changes everything right now. Right, let's put this there. I didn't realize it did that. So now I know that it does. That's quite a cool thing. Let me get that one there. Is that like a closed one? Yeah. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, so they need like power and stuff like that, which is fine. Right, where else can I squeeze an extra couple in? I can pretty much I can place these anywhere I want now, couldn't I? Because we're gonna get the thingies in anyway. What do you call it? The concrete flooring in. I had to think what it was for a second then. Right, I think that one's a bit too close to the end of the runway. I don't think I'll place that one there. Right, where should I squeeze a few others in then? Now I know that. That's how it works. Do these ones stick out? Yeah, they won't stick out too far. Right, let's get some extra roads going through. So with these roads going through here, I could get, if I had a road literally split through there. And then with this, we'll go for the open one. And then obviously when we place our concrete tiling down, that looks so good. That looks so good. Right, I want to kind of move this one. There. And then have a road going across there. So, right, what should I go for? Let's go for the closed ones on this side. Oh, that looks good. It is starting to come together now, isn't it? It really is. Ignore the craziness and what the airplanes are doing, because I don't even know if the game knows. Because you got to think, right, we're out of the original city bounds, and we're using mods and assets and stuff like that that are not created by the game developers, so it is what it is. They're crashing into the ground. It's all over the place right now. But it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Right, okay, right, I feel like I want to get a couple of extra more in. But I'm not too sure what... Nah, actually, do you know what? I won't. I feel like that's going to be... Is that enough, do you reckon? It could be, unless I deleted... Let me just... Yeah, I'll pause it a second. Let me just delete all that. Go back to the plain stuff. And so, if that... So we just have one go through there. And then we can have our road. Oh, we should have had it come across like this. Right, and then just move these. Just back a bit. Because then we can get a load more in now. I'm on the wrong one here, aren't I? Okay, so we got the closed ones, the open ones. Let's go for these big boys. Just like that. So that kind of brings it all to life a bit more. And let's get the surface painter down now. So the surface painter is what's going to add the finishing touches to this. So it kind of covers up all the little green grass. I will place some trees down, but not inside the airport. Obviously, we do it outside. So there we go. Cover it all up. Let's go for a bigger brush size as well. We can get away with doing... Oh, that's too big. And we're going to push it pretty much to the kind of the skirts, the boundaries of the road going round. Now, some runways, some airports have a little bit of grass alongside the runways, don't they? So I think I'll bring that back. Right, now I'll get all the way up to the edges and then we'll fine tune it. I won't do it there because this is where we'll place some trees on the outside a bit there. I'll just kind of do it the big slab of painting down. There we go. And okay, right, so let's reduce this. Let me actually go for a big one again and kind of just see where I can place the grass down. So I want to see where I can get away with the grass being placed down. Right, okay, I see where I can do it now. Let's make that smaller. So let's push it all the way up. Let's get rid of it alongside there. So we'll do it in these little nooks and cranny gaps here then. So we'll keep this to be grass. We'll push this over if I can. You know what, I'll cover this one up. Like, because it's kind of like the end of it. We'll cover that one up there. That can stay as it is. This here can all be concreted. This is actually really cool, isn't it? Right, let me just kind of touch up the edges. Right, touch up all these edges. There we go. And I think that's all good around the... Oh no, there's a bit there. Yeah, that's now all good around the edges there, which is looking good. So this airport has come to life a little bit. Want to see more planes? Oh, is that one parking up? Yeah, that one low-key was. That's cool. So once we see more planes hit the, you know, there and about, just kind of floating around this place, it will kind of bring it to life a bit more. But, okay, let's try and get some more grass areas in. So where I can squeeze a little extra grass in. Because I'm actually thinking, like, the grass really does complement the area. So a little bit of grass there. We could squeeze in some here. We can squeeze some in here. Because this really can complement the airport, the little grass regions and sections. Right, that's all good. Okay, so we don't want trees. We don't want trees inside the airport. But it would be nice to have a couple of trees. Now, I'm not going to go crazy like we've done in the past. So bring that down, bring that up. So just like this, as you can now see. Oh, we got a bit of concrete there. There we go. Oh. Oh dear God, it's all over the place now. Good, good, good. Yeah, it's sweet. Okay, a couple of little trees there. Push this back a bit too. Get little trees going around up here. Now bring this down because there's a tree just there. Now we'll place bushes in this area. Let's up the strength for that. Bring that brush size down. Get rid of those. So in the little gaps that we have inside the airport, we'll place down some bushes. Because it just adds, again, that little slight bit of detail to it. rather than just solid green. This adds a little bit of texture from like a distance, doesn't it? And you do, I mean, you do get, you don't get fully grown bushes, but you get like a few little bits and bobs there. It's not fully mowed lawn, is it? Around it, so to speak. It's not a fully mowed lawn. Oh, we've got the collisions going on. Hold on. It's going through the buildings. Right, where are it? Trees. I keep forgetting to turn that off when we like placing down trees. That's the second time that's happened now. Right, there we go. Okay, so we've got some of those trees down. We'll go for a little bit of a thicker patch now around this kind of area, especially along the highway to kind of act as a natural sound barrier. That's too big. Go for these ones. So the natural sound barrier coming in. Bring it down a bit. Add a little bit of a definition with some darker trees. And we'll go with, how do these look? We'll go a bit lighter in colour over on this side, because this is something we haven't experimented with these kind of trees, have we? We really haven't. Right, I don't want to go too crazy on the tree front. But I want to make this area nice. So let's go for a couple of big boys. A couple of big boys hanging around the highway for that sound barrier. That beautiful sound barrierness going down right now. Again, more natural sounds and textures going along the tree or the kind of mountainous area, a line. Right, there we go. Right, let's kind of take a... Oh, didn't mean to do that. Pressed the wrong button. But let's get a few of these little boys lying around. Get rid of those. Pushing up. We will switch up to like different type of trees as well. Obviously we got to add that detail in. There we go. Just switch a little few more around as well. A couple of these trees up is a little bit bigger, a little bit more greener. Trying to bring this place to life a bit. I think we could slightly get away. I mean, there's a part of me that wants to put a couple of trees in here. I know it's not right. But a small part of me just wants to drop a couple of trees. Is that just wrong? Is it just wrong to place a couple of trees in just there and over here? Man, it places down so rapidly, doesn't it? Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of don't. But so this road here will eventually come round and into it anyway. Bring that brush size down. Some nice big treeage going around. Shamazing! And then, again, we'll kind of up the brush size. Drop a couple of those in. Fit these in the little nooks and cranny gaps. And then, with the bushes, get those in. And we're going to make this road now bend round. So this is the industrial road of this here. Now we kind of need it to bend round, don't we? Right, I think the best thing to do for this bend is to do the straight roads first. So we'll have this come up here. And then this is where it would bend. So we'll have this straight road. there. Now, is it too much to ask for the bend in this? Not really, no. But we've got to sort out this. Now, granted, I could have had it made it follow it around the road. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, let me just kind of pause it. What if the road followed this around? So if I... Let's get rid of you. I'm trying to get this in now. Oh, it's all over the place, isn't it, again? If I created that, Surface Painter, boom, and then this came up from it. And I can see that's where it's going to start to bend. So how would this look? Or how would this work, ultimately? Yeah, I could just use the mover tool to kind of bring it in a little bit more. And then upgrade that road there to this. Yeah, let's use the mover tool to bring it in. Actually, no. Don't use the move it tool. We'll get that better bend. We'll figure it out. We'll get a better bend on this now. Right, if that's a snap there. Oh, that's a much better bend on that road. That is 10 times better. So the industrial road can still bend round then, so you don't fully need to go down the highway to get to it. And it's a really great connection. It's a really great connection. This is kind of dope, isn't it? I did get a bunch of props. I did get a bunch of props for the airport, but I just don't know where they all are. Ah, airport hangar. I've got one here. Can this be placed anywhere, or it has to be on the, against a road? Okay, it has to be against a road. It's actually quite a big building. Right, can I get rid of that? Will that change anything? So we got some extra stuff then I didn't even spot. So yeah, that could be like, what's that like? Does it open up both ends? No, it's just really one end. So we could actually kind of like physically merge that in. I'm not too sure about doing it like that. Oh, I could place it over these. Is there a door on this? Okay, it's a sideways kind of thing, isn't it? I'm not sure about that. But yeah, I don't have all the props that I originally picked up. They haven't moved them to like other places. We had like boat props we could place down. I just don't have all these plane props that I originally got. So I'm not too sure what's going on with that. Might have to figure it out for coming episodes anyway. But it's looking good. So because we had that huge death wave that is now kind of sorted itself, well, it hasn't sorted itself out, but because we had that huge death wave which is slowly ticking along, we're going to have a huge population growth at this point. And because of that, we're going to have a lot of traffic as well. Because obviously there's a bunch of new people now coming into the city. Well, that's kind of been heavily trafficked, isn't it? Any other big traffic areas I can spot? It's going to happen. Now, we did have like 12,000 dead bodies that we had to kind of get rid of. It's now down to 5,000. So it's slowly going. It's slowly dipping. It just takes its time to like get all the peeps anyway. But we're going to see another population growth spurt as well. But this area is coming along quite nicely. This area is. I'm not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of how this is all just green. Because I'm used to having trees and stuff placed down. But it is what it is. I could probably, I don't know if I want to take it this far, put in a fence. We have industrial oil or farm, forestry, zoo, nature reserve, amusement park, and we just have a park fence. I mean, you wouldn't want to place any of those in, but we may want to think about placing a fence around the edge, or just kind of leaving it as it is, because it doesn't really do too much damage for us. One thing that we would probably want to do, there's no passengers being served to this, or there is 11 to that one, but getting it hooked up to the subway system, that's probably something that we'll kind of semi-play around with now. So it gives us a good kind of option now to kind of hook up this industrial area with a stop as well. So if I was to place a stop down here, we'll go for a big boy one like there, which means I could have this pretty much come along and around to connect up to there. Now this would bring it up there so it doesn't do much, well, it doesn't have much issues there. We would want another stop about here as well, wouldn't we? This would be a good little place for a stop. So if I can squeeze it, or can I squeeze it on that side and not damage anything? Yes, boys, yes. Right, get that connected down to there. And then have this connected up to the loop there. Now this is not good. Oh, we got two, pretty much we got two stops. So we'll connect up to that now. We can't really create a back and forth loop, like a big circle loop. So we just go like a simple back and forth anyway to there. But it means we could pick up a few extra stops, doesn't it? So if I went to go to that one, and then we had it go to, to this one, and then to this one, and then back, because that kind of has them on thingy. Obviously, eventually when we got more of this area built up, we can do like a proper solid loop. It'll be more beneficial for us. But we now get to move this. So by moving this to the airport, which is over here, we can now have all the tourists travel a lot easier. Now, where should I squeeze? Should I squeeze it and face it on that side, or squeeze it and face it on over here, or here maybe? I think I'll squeeze it in here. It should be fine just there. By placing that there. So the big space elevator, which brings all the tourists in, and it's ideal to have it on this side, because they'll pretty much now all, either go and get in a car or make their way to the airport, get on a plane maybe, or just simply hit up the old subway that's now connected to it. Get that connected to some water. But I think for version 1, and I say that loosely, version 1 of the airport, it's not bad. It's the first time I've ever done something like this, so it's not going to be amazing first time round, but as time goes on we can add more stuff to it, progress with it. But it's a pretty cool little spot, isn't it, to this, it's got great connections, really good connections that we can now see. So yeah, it's pretty much, they're going to go into there. We'll see a lot of people be served by the metro system. Can we find out what metro line number it is? So it's going to be the last one, which is it 13? Do we have a 14 one? So it's going to be 13, which is this one here, which has 3 passengers. Yeah, it is this one. So how many people do we have waiting? So this stop here, 33. Gotcha. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. It's going to bring a lot of people into the city. I'm going to try and get off this view. Right, guys, today's been a very long episode, but we've done quite a lot of cool things. We've got more little space here for a little bit of industry to be plopped down and stuff like that. And then we start doing more areas, connect this up in many different ways and forwards. Hopefully we can get this death wave cleared for the next episode. It's fairly easy to do. Just got to give it some time. We're down to 5,300, basically 5,400 kind of deceased bodies, which is a lot lower. It's halved than when I originally spotted it. So it is going down. It just kind of needs that time. And then we've got to wait for all the new people to move back in. But I eventually then want to get this highway connected through and further up and then move the farm. So we've got a lot of stuff we need to do. A lot of stuff. And we're doing it step by step. So again, version 1 of the airport, guys. Give me your thoughts on this. How I can improve it. What props and mods I should look at getting. Give me some links. DM me on Discord or Twitter if you can. It'll help us out quite a lot. Because I do take a lot of your guys' feedback into consideration from the comments when we are building this city. But how cool is this, though? It is pretty sweet. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good. Bye.